Mind rockers, are you ready?
I was talking about. The only thing I'm not is Priyanka Chopra.
She said she's not coming out till she goes deaf.
All the best.
So, are you ready for Miss World, National Award-winning actress, our most popular tweeter, and soon to be international pop star, our very own Desi girl. Hello everyone. Wow. Wow. You know, the funniest thing, the last time I think I was here, not one person shouted. I won my national award and I think everybody was very scared of the president, so nobody spoke. So this time, thank you so much for such an incredible welcome. So, since you guys are here to hear me talk about my life, blah, 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 and I'm done. And are you interested in hearing me speak? About my life. Which I've never really done before. The truth or the fictitious lies? Are you ready for the truth? Alright, then why don't we have a seat? This is going to be a long one. So I was called here to talk about perfection, perfect Priyanka, a perfect life, a perfect me. Hi Masaba. I'm wearing a Masaba today, by the way. A huge shout out to Masaba for dressing me. So I was called here today to speak about my perfect life, being, the perfect Priyanka, being an actress, being in Bollywood, and how all of you maybe, and a lot of other people that must be thinking how my life is absolutely perfect. And you know what? It probably is. My life has been a little bit of a fairy tale. You guys want to sit down? No? Then you won't take me seriously, man. Promise? Okay, because I'm like feeling very inspired to inspire you all today because you've inspired me. But I'll talk about it. When we talk about perfection, what does it mean to each and every one of us? We are young people today talking about how we want to be perfect in so many different ways. So the ideal definition of perfect... Right, Priyanka. That's what I'm here to tell you. That it is. I'm perfect. Hey! And that each and every one of you can be. When I started off, I was... my parents in the army. When all the army brats... Why are all the army brats that side? None of them here? ये कोई स्पीच वीच होने वाला नहीं है, यहाँ पे गाने वाने बजाते हैं, थोड़ा डांस वांस करते हैं, घर जाते हैं और तो कुछ बातें होने वाली नहीं है. We might as well go to question and answer. Thank you. I love you all too. I really do. You will on the 13th, not today.
Okay, everyone, if you're not going to settle down, I'm going to take her away. And I mean it. I mean business. I want you all seated in 1 minute. I mean it. All you guys on this right side. Move it. Man in the green t-shirt showing me his tongue. You too, I saw you.
Principal boli, principal.
Move it, come on.
Fight.
Sit. And let her talk, please. You can stare at her, you can take pictures, she's here. But let her say her piece.
Right back at you.
Okay.
Thank you. Where are you? Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, I'm going to give you time for all of you to say all of this. Okay, just let us speak and then I'll say 10 minutes. Everyone say lovely things to Priyanka, okay? You can scream, shout, everything.
Thank you. Before she starts yelling at me also, I'll give a short snap. Not yet. Wait for a little while longer. All right. If we have settled down, I shall tell you the biography of my life, which you shall know very well very soon. Should I? Oh my God, so much silence. All right. Let's just get down to business. So when I was coming here, I was told that there are going to be a lot of young college students, a lot of young people over here who I have to talk about my life to. And my life to me has been an epitome of imperfection, actually. When it started out right in the beginning, everything about me, for me, was chances, was being scared, was being fearful. When I was a kid, like I said, I was an army kid. We moved around every 2 years. Somewhere, moving every 2 years gave me an opportunity to start all over. Har 2 saal jate hain, different school. If I got bad results in the earlier school, I would do better in the next school. If I didn't have friends, if I was naughty, if I was punished, you could always start all over again. So my life somewhere has been sort of nomadic almost. And why I said imperfections, I was a gawky kid. I was a kid full of fear, insecurities, somebody who had very low self-esteem, didn't believe in myself at all. The only thing that I knew that I had was the ability to work bloody damn hard. And that's the only thing that I did. When I moved around from school to school, my dad, my mom, making new friends, the only thing that I knew consistently was I didn't know who I was. And that's fine. You know, we always strive to try and look for who am I going to be, who am I wanting to be, should I be what my friends expect me to be, or, you know, I'm not wearing the newest shoes. I had a backpack in school, which, being from the army, I mean, you come from modest backgrounds and everything, but I had a backpack which I got repaired for almost 3 years before I could buy a new one. Not that my parents were of modest upbringing, but because I somewhere said, you know what, इस backpack से क्या फर्क पड़ता है, मैं तो बंदी हूँ, backpack पहनने से cool थोड़ी ना हो जाऊंगी. So it is about overcoming those little things that I did. When I was 13 years old, I went on a holiday to America for the first time. पहली बार, you know, I went to a beauty parlor. मैं मम्मी के साथ गई थी कि मैं अपने बाल कटवाऊंगी. You know, I'm going to America. It's a big deal. From Bareilly to Boston. My first journey. The last posting that my parents had was in Bareilly, and from there I suddenly went to Boston. When I went to school for the first time, India mein na, I was a very intelligent kid when I was in school. You know how we become teachers' pets if you're the first one to give the answer? Teacher asks the question, you say, ma'am, me, I want to answer. And you're the pet. When I went to America, मेरे साथ उल्टा हुआ. every time I raised my hands, all the kids looked at me like, "Ye kya hai?" You know, you're cooler if you don't know the answers. You're cooler if you're not smart, which was a logic I never understood. But I started hiding my being intelligent in 9th standard when I reached there. I stopped answering the questions. Abhi grades to lane the nahi to meri maasi mujhe डांटती. It was actually a holiday that I went for. I went to school, I went to see my cousin's school. It was very cool, you know, big schools, built lockers and all. You watch it in, you know, English movies. You have lockers with those combination locks, and you have all these students who are trying to be. And I was a scared, gawky 12-year-old, you know, stepping into my teens. I didn't know what I was doing. For the first 2 months of being in school, and have you any of you watched these American high school movies? High school is exactly like that. It is peer pressure, scary, popular kids, unpopular kids, nerds, geeks, all of that. So I didn't understand that funda at all. For the first 2 months, मुझे पता ही नहीं था कि cafeteria में जाके खाना खाना पड़ता है. And as soon as I used to look down, staircase होता था, I used to look down in the cafeteria, you know, everybody had a seat. Because they came from middle school to high school themselves. So everybody had their seats, you know, the cool kids hung out together, the sporty kids hung out together, the geeky kids hung out together. I didn't know where I should go. So I used to take my lunch money, buy vending machines, I used to buy chips and sit in the bathroom and eat so that people didn't know that I didn't go to the cafeteria. So people didn't think that I didn't know how to stand in that line and take food from the cafeteria. Slowly, of course, I overcame that. One girl saw me doing that in the cafeteria and became my friend. She took me to the caf, found a place for me to sit. The first time I had walked in with that tray and they put mashed potatoes for me, I thought it was vanilla ice cream. And I said, "Arey, ye to vanilla ice cream kharab ho gayi." And she looked at me like, "It's mashed potatoes." And I was like, oh, I didn't know what mashed potatoes was. All this American funda took me a little while. 9th standard, 10th standard. By then I had sort of started coming into my own. I became relatively popular because I started taking part in, meko pata nahi tha what I like doing. I didn't know that, do I like singing? Do I like what kind of extracurriculars? And you have to take extracurriculars. So I didn't understand that. I took everything. I did ballet for 1 semester. I played the drums for 1 semester. I did Broadway for 1 semester. I did dancing for a semester. I didn't know what all I was doing besides studying. So I became an honor roll student. I did almost every possible extracurricular that I could, trying to find who I was. In the meantime, there was this one thing which you'll find very interesting, that I had a lot of racist issues happening with me. I used to walk past and this cluster of girls, for what reason they hated me, I don't know. But they started calling me Brownie. They started calling me all these strange names. And you know, when you're 12 or 13, when you're typecasted and stereotyped, and I'm sure a lot of us may have gone through it at different phases in life, where you're typecast, ki "Arey, ye to aisi hai, arey, ye to waisa hai, isko kuch pata nahi." But when it came down to my culture and being pointed a finger at because I was Indian, and I'm not saying all of America is like that. My high school experience for a little while was like that. So they started calling me all these names. So once I had a fight, and a proper mukka mari wali, like proper fight, because this girl started insinuating rubbish things to me, and she said, "Ki theek hai, you know what? I'll meet you in a basketball court," and she became all like, you know, like a wrestler type to me. So abhi main bhi dar gayi thi, but abhi, you know, ego की बात आ जाती है कभी-कभी, and दिल्ली वाले आप तो जानते हैं what ego means, right? Punjabi shan had to be protected. So I walked out on that basketball court with 3-4 of my friends, and there were about 25 of these girls standing there. And basketball court, मतलब घास नहीं मिला था उन लोगों को. I still have, you know, scars from that fight. So she jumped onto me, we fought. Counselor आ गई, बहुत लोग चिल्ला रहे थे, fight, cat fight, ये वो. I broke her nose and she scratched my face. And then I was suspended for 3 days. Not something to be proud of. But my mom came to visit me. I was in 11th standard, and I said, "Yaar, मैं थक गई हूँ. I don't know if I can fight this anymore." maybe I have not understood what I am. And I did really well in school. You know, I was 1 year away from graduating and I told my mom, I just want to go back. And my experience in America was an incredible experience. It taught me so much. It taught me about music. It taught me self-confidence. It taught me about life in general. But it took away a little bit of my confidence from me for being Indian, for being brownie, for being brown and saying, you know what, I can also conquer the world. And I told my mom, ki, you know, मैं हार गई हूँ, मुझसे नहीं होता. I want to come back to India. My parents were in Bareilly that time. So from Boston back to Bareilly. Next journey. I came back to Bareilly for 12th standard. अभी यहाँ आके science student, I wanted to be an aeronautical engineer. अच्छा, in my entire life, every year I wanted to be something else. Every year. So one time I wanted to be a dancer. When I was 4 years old, मैं फैंसी ड्रेस शो में दुल्हन बन के गई थी बिकॉज आई फाउंड इट वेरी फैसिनेटिंग कि यू नो दुपट्टा सर पे जाके ऐसे ऐसे जाना चाहिए. सो माय एम्बिशन इन लाइफ वाज टू बी अ दुल्हन. बॉयज, दिस वन वाज फॉर यू बाय द वे. एनीबॉडी नोटिसिंग? ओके. द नेक्स्ट डे सबसे ज्यादा आवाज वहीं से आ रही है. शायद दिल्ली के सारे लड़के वहीं बैठे हैं. सॉरी इग्नोर किया आपको. आई एम सॉरी, नो ऑफेंस. I wanted to be a dulhan. I wanted to be one interesting thing that I became in my fancy dress show was I wanted to be a bhindi. Yes, very embarrassing moment of my life, but I dressed up as a bhindi and I went to school. So hence you can tell my ambitions were very varied. I couldn't make up my mind about what I liked, what I wanted to do. So by the time I came back to school, I figured कि मैं मैथ स्टूडेंट हूँ, मुझे मैथ्स बहुत पसंद है, फिजिक्स मुझे बहुत पसंद है. आई वांट टू बी एन इंजीनियर. आई वांट टू बी एन एरोनॉटिकल इंजीनियर बिकॉज आई लव द आइडिया ऑफ फ्लाइंग. इट्स द ओनली थिंग दैट आई थिंक मेड मी एंड ऑल ऑफ अस फील फ्री कि यार मैं उड़ सकती हूँ. सो आई स्टडीड रियली हार्ड. इंडिया वापस आके सिलेबस ब्लू माई माइंड. वहां पे तो ऑनर रोल स्टूडेंट, 4.0 GPA, ये वो. यहाँ आके trigonometry, calculus, physics, chemistry. I lost my mind. I was only doing tuitions. I forgot who I was. मैं बस यहाँ के आके, you know, I was going to school, coming for maths tuition, physics tuition, Hindi tuition, ये tuition, वो tuition. रात को 4 घंटे सोती थी. Boards के exam. You know, for a while I started thinking it would have been better if I was there only. 1 साल की बात थी. 1 और 2 नाक तोड़ देती maybe, and I would have been fine. I would have graduated, you know. But I came back. So my poor mother sort of felt bad for me. हमारे घर पे फेमिना मैगजीन आती थी एंड यू नो दे हैव दैट मिस इंडिया कॉन्टेस्ट का फॉर्म एवरी ईयर. एंड जस्ट फॉर फन, आई वाज 17 years old that time. जस्ट फॉर फन माय ब्रदर डिसाइडेड टू टेल माय मॉम हु वाज 10 years old. हमारा चोपड़ा फैमिली बहुत आगे की सोचता है. तो हु वाज 10 years old टोल्ड मॉम कि मॉम देखो दीदी लंबी है, थोड़ी बहुत ठीक ठाक भी लगती है, इट्स ओके ना इफ शी गोज फॉर मिस इंडिया, व्हाट इज देयर. सो माय मदर जस्ट एज अ जोक, हमने वो यू नो सॉफ्ट फोकस वो फोटो स्टूडियोज होते हैं ना, उसमें आई हैड टेकन फोटोग्राफ्स फॉर अ स्कॉलरशिप प्रोग्राम इन ऑस्ट्रेलिया व्हिच आई वांटेड टू अप्लाई फॉर. सॉफ्ट फोकस ऐसे ऐसे करके पोजेस जो लेने होते हैं लाइक दैट. ऑल ऑफ दिस अप्रिशिएट कीजिए जरा तवज्जो दिया जाए. थैंक यू वेरी मच. तो वो फोटोग्राफ्स मिस इंडिया के लिए भेजे गए. आई डोंट नो कौन जज था जिसने डिसाइड किया कि ये लड़की अच्छी लगती है, सुंदर लगती है, इसको बुलाया जाए. प्री बोर्ड्स को स्किप करने के लिए मैंने बोला यस मॉम, दिस इज माय ड्रीम इन लाइफ. आई वांट टू बी मिस इंडिया, प्लीज मुझे यहां से ले जाओ. मेरे डैड ने बोला अच्छा 17 साल की मैं, हु इज गोइंग टू बेल द कैट, हु इज गोइंग टू टेल द फादर कि भैया प्री बोर्ड्स छोड़ के शी वांट्स टू बी मिस इंडिया, गो टू दिल्ली. Anyway, my mother one day decided champagne, घर का खाना, थोड़ा सा पैम्पर किया, and daddy फिसले. And dad ने बोला okay, go for 5 days, छुट्टी भी हो जाएगी, वापस आ जाना, उसके बाद पढ़ाई कर लेंगे. Alright, I went for 5 days. I got selected for Miss India. Okay, 10 more days. Went to Bombay. About 15 days का pageant था. I won that. अभी जिंदगी में किसी ने सोचा भी नहीं होगा कि 1 महीने पहले मैं आर्मी स्कूल के स्कूल यूनिफॉर्म में थी. वो बाटा के शूज पहन के, सॉक्स इधर तक, यू नो ट्यूनिक विद द बेल्ट, टाई, हाउस कैप्टन. अभी सडनली मैं हील्स में हूँ, साड़ीज में हूँ, और जजेस जो मेरे बहुत बेहतरीन जजेस थे, उनके सामने अच्छा मेरा क्वेश्चन क्या था मिस इंडिया का? At 17, huh? How many of you are 17? 4 of you. Okay. Oh, okay, over there also. So think about this. If you ऊपर तो कैसे मैं नहीं देख सकती? ऊपर तो मैं ऊपर ही स्पीच देने आई हूँ, नीचे तो कोई है नहीं. The question that was asked to me at Miss India was, if ignorance is bliss, then why do we seek knowledge? "17 years old. आज मुझे वो जज मिल जाए ना." But somehow I wrapped my way around it कि हाँ ignorance नहीं होता तो अगर knowledge नहीं होता तो I would not have known about love, caring and sharing and something. I don't know where that came from. I won Miss India, 17 years old. And suddenly I realized कि भाई अभी exams का क्या होगा? पढ़ाई कैसे होगी? Anyway वो सब हुआ. 4 महीने बाद I had to go for Miss World. It is mandatory that you have to go for Miss World. At 17, the millennium year, 2000, I was sent to London, shipped off, to be participating in the Miss World pageant, which had winners from 96 countries. And these are stunning, beautiful, model-like girls. Matlab, they were some 300 feet tall. And gazelle-like, beautiful hair, light eyes. I reached the airport, my mother was with me, poor thing. I looked at her and I said, "Agli flight mein वापस जाना चाहिए." Very bad idea for my confidence. Very bad idea for my upbringing. कैसी माँ हो, यहाँ पे ले आई मुझे. And my mother said, "अच्छा अभी आ गए हैं, देश का सवाल है, just do your best. After that you go back to school, what is there?" So I said, "Alright." ये सोच के I went for Miss World. करते, by the time 2 days, 3 days came close, I was one of the highest rated to win Miss World. You know, they have those polls and all of those things. And I started thinking कि हमारे इंडिया की population तो ज़्यादा लोगों ने वोट किया होगा. You know, voting से होता था. कि that is the one thing that we know how to do very well, procreate. And voting happened. The day I won Miss World, my life changed. I was not 17 anymore. I suddenly grew up. I suddenly was in the middle of world media the next morning, at 17 still, talking about the economy of Uganda. And my opinion on it. How African children should be taken care of. And I said, "Bhai, हमारे Indian children का क्या होगा?" Anyway, Miss World happened. I grew up, I stepped up, and I said ki I have to be the ambassador of the country. Every time I met girls who were my school classmates, when I came back to India, suddenly they were taking my autographs, suddenly they were becoming my fans and talking about, "Priyanka, we look up to you." Arey, abhi to mere class mein thi tum. And right now they used to say, ki, "Oh, you know, you're not getting this physics ka problem, tumhe to kuch nahi aata," and looking down upon me, and suddenly I was an idol. Because I knew the answer to the economy of Uganda. So, but life changed. I grew up and I didn't know where I was going after that. I was confused. I didn't know if I should go back to study. I didn't know if I should do anything. I didn't know what to do. 1 year I traveled like a nomad wherever Miss World took me as the ambassador of the country, as a goodwill ambassador to the world. And my mother told me, "Arey bhai, ab padhai kaun karega?" First question after I won Miss World, "Who's going to study?" "Oh, you have won, congratulations." What is going to happen? Very supportive parents. After that, I went back to college. I joined Jai Hind College after I became Miss World because I was very academically driven. I wanted to study. I went back to college, but it didn't happen. Class में नहीं बैठने देते थे मुझे because everybody was like, "Oh, Miss World, ये वो." तो थोड़ा हवा बच गया था मेरा. It wasn't working out. Being a science student and going to a college where nobody was actually my classmate, but everybody looked at me like, "अरे भाई ये कौन आ गया?" Movies started happening to me. माँ नहीं आता था movies का मुझे. Matlab, all I have done, when you live in a small town, and you guys are from Delhi, I don't know if you'll understand the feeling of this, but when you're from a small town, shout out! My God, army school! Wow. St. Maria also was my school. Well done, small town power! Arey, that doesn't mean we don't like Delhi. I've lived in Bombay for 10 years now. Big town power. So movies happened. I told my mom, I said, movies? She said, acting? I said, wo bhi ho jayegi, ye ho gaya to ho jayegi. She said, look, there's only one thing she told me. She said, whatever you do, know that it was your decision. Do you have the courage of conviction to say that today I'm getting out of college, today I'm going to join a film, tomorrow when people throw stones at me and then say I don't know how to act or say that I'm not good enough, will you be able to deal with it? So I told her, I don't know, but I'm willing to try. I want to give it a shot. And I did. मेरी पहली फिल्म में मेरी एंट्री इंटरवल के बाद होती है और मैं क्लाइमैक्स से पहले मर जाती हूँ. हीरो 2003. उसके बाद अंदाज आई. अगेन एंट्री इंटरवल के बाद आती है लेकिन इस बार क्लाइमैक्स तक थीम है. हीरो नहीं मिलता मुझे लेकिन. बट आई won all the debut awards that year. I didn't know how to act. The only thing I knew was that I can learn. I learned how to survive in an American high school. I learned how to be Miss India when I didn't know anything. I didn't even know how to walk in heels or wear a sari. I learned to represent my country at Miss World. I will learn to act. वो एक चीज मुझे आती है. So when I won my first debut award, I looked at it and I said, अरे तो मुझे acting आती होगी. Let's give this a shot. But you know the thing is, I've always, which is something I'll tell all of you, life can never be safe. And if it's safe, it's not worth living. It really isn't. Thank you. I'll wait for that applause. I didn't know what to do in movies. I didn't have a godfather. I didn't have somebody giving me advice and telling me कि अच्छा ये फिल्म तुम्हारे लिए अच्छी है, ये फिल्म बुरी है. My parents, poor thing, were doctors. They didn't know anything. Nobody to tell me or recommend me in a film. बहुत सारी ऐसी फिल्में थी from which I was thrown out because somebody was recommended. Because the hero likes this heroine, so I'm sorry Priyanka, you can't be cast in the film. I never had that. I never had anybody saying, you know, why don't we cast Priyanka Chopra in this movie because, yaar, mujhe pasand hai. I never had that. All I had was dedication, hard work, and trying to prove कि अगर मैंने chance लिया है to be a part of films, maybe I can do a little bit more. And I started taking risks. I didn't know it at that point, but now at hindsight, if I look at it, my career has always been instinctive. If you've watched my films, you'll know the second year of movies for me, I did a film called Etraz. Everyone told me when I did that film कि तुम्हें heroine बनना है. If you do this film, तुम vamp बन के रह जाओगे. That's all you'll be. You'll be a vamp. Nobody will cast you as a heroine. You'll always be, you know, like one of those girls who comes and tries to take away the heroine. But something in my heart told me that film was an interesting movie. I did it. I won all the awards that year for the negative character. And it was my second year in films. Then I did a film called Fashion. Fashion when I did... Thank you. I was 3 years into films around that time. Only about 3 years. Everybody told me कि female-oriented pictures कोई नहीं देखता. Heroines करती हैं female-oriented films when their careers are over. You know, when they're about to get married or they don't have a career anymore. Why are you doing it so early? I just knew I believed in it. I just knew Madhur and I sat down. मुझे scripting के बारे में कुछ नहीं पता था. मुझे बस पता था कि कहानी मुझे सुननी आती है. मैं कहानी बताना मुझे पता है. So I sat with him, I told him I like the script, aise karna chahiye, Meghna aisi hogi, and somewhere she was a small town girl, so I related to her. I stood on this stage and won a national award for that film, when everybody told me I couldn't do it. Then, I did a lot of other films I took chances in. They didn't do well. Some of them don't do well, some of them do well. I did What's Your Rashi? None of you liked it. Nobody went and saw it. But you all liked it. But it was a big chance for an actress. 12 roles. Today I'm in the world, I have some world record for the only actress who has ever played 12 different parts. Thank you. I appreciate that. It was a special film for me. I did that film, and alongside of that, I did the Dostana, I did Dawn, I did Krish. Thank you. I did all of those films also, which I believed in. Huh? I'm coming to that, yaar. Wo to pichle saal thi. Ruk ja na. So I did all of those safe, blockbuster, 100 crore spinning movies also, because those are the films we enjoy watching. But taking a chance is so much fun sometimes. Kabhi-kabhi galat padta hai, kabhi-kabhi sahi padta hai, but it makes you feel alive. Yeah, What's Your Rashi didn't do well, but what the hell, man? I did something different. It's very easy for me today to do 5 songs, 20 scenes, be pretty, wear the best clothes, designer outfits, and have a 100 crore movie. That's not how I want my life to be. I don't want my life to be one of the many. I want to be different. And it's okay to be different. When we talk about perfection, perfection is accepting who you are and being okay with it. I never thought, growing up or even today, that I'm the best looking girl in the world. I'm not. I'm not Aishwarya Rai Bachchan, perfect, stunning. I'm not. Thank you. That's because you all love me now. Chupro. But in the beginning when I joined films, I was not conventional. People used to say, Arey, she's too dusky, she's too dark to be a heroine. People used to say, she doesn't have the perfect features. But all I did throughout this whole thing was smile through it. Because somebody told me my smile is nice. Now they say it's plastic surgery. But, abhi tak same smile raha hai mera. And the reason why people say I have a nice smile is because it comes into my eyes. And it comes into my eyes with the knowledge of knowing that I am who I am and I'm okay with it. I'm okay with making mistakes. Taking chances makes you feel alive. And no matter what anybody turns around and tells you कि यार ये नहीं होगा, अगर दिल में आता है ना तो कर दो. If you don't do it in your youth, when are you going to do it? When you're bloody 50? No offense to people who are 50, ladies and gentlemen, because at 50 also you can do it. इसके लिए भी clap करो यार, पंगा पड़ जाएगा front row पे. Now, I'm at a point in my life, over the last 2-3 years, where I have become comfortable with who I am. अभी तक मैं ढूंढ रही थी कि भाई, who am I? What do I like doing? What do I want to do? Who do I want to be? Do I want to be like Kajol? Do I want to be like Madhuri? Do I want to be like Sri Devi? In the last 3 years, I've realized that Priyanka is okay. Priyanka is fine, and I actually want to be her. And it's good being you. You'll have a sense of freedom, a sense of liberation, a rocket that will make you fly at your feet, which will make you feel like, I want to reach the highest of highs. And when you have that drive in you, you can be whoever the hell you want. Today, when I did Dawn 2 or when I did Agnipath and they did 100 crores and they were the 100 crore club, every journalist asked me, how does it feel to be a part of the 100 crore club? It feels great. It feels great that my films did that well, but they weren't because of me. It was Shah Rukh Khan and Hrithik Roshan in those films. I was a part of it. I accept that. Thank you. I accept that. मैंने भी थोड़ी fighting की, मैं भी जंगली बिल्ली बनी, मैंने भी थोड़े गाने वाने गाए, मैंने भी थोड़ा add किया. So I'm very proud of those films. But today I have the courage, and I would take pride in that, to do a film like Barfi. Barfi is releasing on 14th September, but I wanted to do this film. And I didn't want to do it ye soch ke ki acha I'm playing an autistic girl. Half of India doesn't even know what autism is. All they say is हाँ पागल play कर रही है film में. She's mad in the movie. But nobody knew what it is. Even I didn't know what it is. I saw My Name is Khan, उसमें देखा था मैंने कि he had Asperger's syndrome. But that's not what autism is. Today I have the courage to play that role in a commercial film. And Ranbir Kapoor, who is one of the youngest icons today we have, has the courage to play a deaf and mute character in a mainstream film. Today actors can do that because we are willing to take that chance. And you can only take that chance when you believe that it's okay to be you. So being you is what will give you, empower you to not be perfect. And it's alright to not be perfect. I don't want to be perfect. I didn't hear that. Riya, you want me to finish? Is that a hint? Thank you. But coming down to what I really was here to say, I'm embarking on again a new journey. मुझे नहीं पता यार, चलेगा नहीं चलेगा, will I do well, will I not do well, will it be right, will you like Barfi, will you like what I tried to do or not? All I know is, alongside of Barfi, I'm starting on another new journey. I have decided I want to be a singer. Suddenly. अच्छा, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, तिनका मैंने नहीं गाया है. Just for your information, अलीशा चिनॉय ने गाया, जिनकी आवाज मेरी तरह है. वो भी नहीं गाया मैंने. अभी तक I haven't sung any song. I can't hear you all. Sorry, I can't hear you. मैं बर्फी बन गई, मुझे कुछ सुनाई नहीं दे रहा, बोलना नहीं आता. My topic was movies, music and life. Well, to tell you, you will hear my music on 13th of September with Barfi. कहते हैं ना कि हर अच्छी चीज वेट करने से मिलती है. अगली बार मुझे इंडिया टुडे वाले कैसे बुलाएंगे if I sing for you right now? I'll give them something for next year. Preview, teaser, little. I want you all to come to me with the honest truth. How many of you all are on Twitter? That's a lot of people. Well, all of you can write to me and tell me, you sucked, or you rocked, or we loved it. अरे सुन तो लो यार. गाना तो सुन लेना पहले, फिर बोल देना. Such unbiased love, I tell you. ऐसा relationships में होता तो जिंदगी कितनी दूर होती ना. Okay. At the end of my speech, then I won't sing. A deal is a deal. You all want me to sing? I'll sing 2 lines at the end of my speech. Done? Before we do Q&A. Promise? ज़्यादा मत बढ़ाओ, हाँ? Deal is a deal. 2 lines. Don't jump the gun. Not in my city. That you'll have to hear on the 13th. Uske baad, whenever we meet, I'll sing for you. So, talking about my music, it was a risk, a chance. No one in India has ever done it. I'm signed with the globe's biggest music company, which is Universal, which is Interscope. And I have worked and written this album, which I never knew I could do. मुझे नहीं पता था मेरे गाने लिखने आते हैं. I didn't know even I could sing. वो भी पिछले 1.5 साल की development है. But India as a nation. Okay, if you think, how many of you listen to English music? We all do? Okay. So if you think about global pop music, if you think about top 10 Billboard charts, there is Shakira, there's Rihanna, there's David Guetta, there's Swedish House Mafia. None of these people are from the United States. You have South America being represented by Shakira. You have Latin America being represented by J-Lo. You have Europe being represented by Swedish House Mafia, David Guetta. How does India not have representation? Look man, I'm not saying कि मैं अगली pop icon होने वाली हूँ, लेकिन होना चाहिए ना हमारे साथ भी ऐसा. So that was the idea that Universal came to me with. That why is there not an Indian pop icon? Because we as a nation are so musical. अरे हमारे बारातों पे म्यूजिक होता है, हमारे बर्थडेज पे म्यूजिक होता है, अभी यहाँ पे भी म्यूजिक है, लो देख लो. Doesn't matter if I'm trying to give a serious speech, no one's interested. As long as we have music, it's all good. So India should have that kind of representation. So I said, "Arey, but I don't know if I can sing. I don't know if I can do this." And what the hell? Let's give it a shot. सब कुछ तो ऐसे किया life में. Did it. And today, I'm very proud of it. And I'm proud of it not just because it's my song, but I'm proud of it for my nation. Because it's never happened before. My song is called In My City. It's dedicated to, because I'm an army brat, it's dedicated to all the cities where I grew up. It says, "Welcome to my city." And it is going to be the theme song for NFL this year. NFL being National Football League. And अभी तक तो debut भी नहीं हुआ है गाने का. And it already is. So it's encouraging and it's shocking and I'm scared. I'm nervous. It's like giving an exam. बर्फी और ये गाना दोनों साथ में आएंगे. I don't know which one people will like, which one they won't, will they not? All these questions. I hope so. I hope so. But the point being that music, movies, life, everything for me has been completely, wholly and solely inspired from one thing, which is something inside of me, my conscience that tells me that no matter what I do, I will not lose my respect doing it. I will not lose my dignity as a woman doing it. I'm very close to my father. I'm sure all you guys are. But I am daddy's little girl. My new tattoo, only tattoo. It's my dad's handwriting, so I got him to write it and then I tattooed it. So I have a part of him with me always. But I think my dad has always inspired me in some way. Music sunte bade hue hain, and always inspired me to sort of be whoever I am. And the only thing he told me, you know, beta, whatever you do, you should be able to come home and look into my eyes and know that you're okay still being called my daughter. I'm not a Chopra today because I am a Chopra. I'm a Chopra because my father was a Chopra. I'm a Chopra because his father was a Chopra. I carry a legacy of Chopras. Yes, I may not be a Bollywood blue-blooded family, but I am अभी बनाने की कोशिश कर रही हूँ मैं, by the way. मैं अपने सारे cousins को घुसा रही हूँ धीरे-धीरे फिल्मों में. But right, I'm trying. Sorry. Wait. There are more to come. I'll be the next legacy. But it's important to remember when you go back home and you go to sleep at night, सुकून की नींद आनी चाहिए कि आज मैंने कुछ गलत नहीं किया. गलत लोग सोचें गलत है, लेकिन as long as it was your decision and you can live with it, even if it's wrong, even if everybody around you tell you, what are you doing? Are you mad? If you can sleep with it and you know it comes from a pure place, it's all right. It's flawless. It's all right, even if it's flawed. Flawed, being graceful and dignified is what being perfect Priyanka is about. I'm flawed, but I'm graceful about it. I like my flaws, yeah. I'm okay being a little flawed. So coming to the conclusion of my point tonight, ladies and gentlemen, be yourselves. Guys, it's great to be you. As soon as we decide कि अरे मुझे इसके कपड़े अच्छे लगते हैं, I want to be like her, we forget who we are. We forget who we ever wanted to be. As soon as you realize कि you know what, मुझे तो दाल अच्छी लगती है, मेरे को चिकन नहीं खाना. Not because everybody is eating chicken around you, it's the right thing to do, but मुझे vegetarian बनना है. Not that I'm vegetarian, sorry, no offense to all vegetarians. Just a metaphor. But it's okay to be different. It's all right to not fit in. I've not fit in anywhere. I never fitted in anywhere. Today, even as an actress, I don't fit in. लोग मुझे कहते हैं हमने बर्फी जैसी फिल्म की, अरे ग्लैमरस रोल्स करने चाहिए, अरे नहीं करने मुझे. I do it. मैं कितनी ग्लैमरस लग रही हूँ तो बोलो. In Masaba's outfit, you all know I'm glamorous anyway. But it doesn't matter. When it comes to my work, it comes from my heart, and that's what I want to tell you all tonight. You're young people. The world is your oyster. If I, a girl from a small town like Bareilly, from an army officer's family, middle class background, can today be a movie star giving an inspirational speech to you, today be debuting in America as an international pop star, can't any one of you do it? If I can do it, you can do it, right? The world is your oyster. Put your finger on it and you can be it. That is what today's generation can do. May we hear the noise? So that's all I'll say now. I think I've said enough. Alright. Kitne bullies ho yaar, just because you're all in numbers and I'm one. Alright, 2 lines. Close your eyes, everybody. Mujhe sharam aati hai. Alright. Just because you think I sang Tinka Tinka, I'll sing a couple of lines. Itni baatein karke awaaz meri baith gayi, but just in case. Alright? Don't look at me, guys. Look away. Udhar dekho. Sirf suno. Alright. जरा जरा है रोशनी से जैसे भरा हर दिल में अरमां होते तो हैं हर दिल में अरमां होते तो हैं बस कोई समझे जरा Thank you very much for being so patient. Thank you very much for listening to me.